In 2025, TSA is secretly cracking down on items you've packed your whole life, and some of them will shock you. Imagine breezing through security, only to watch agents pull out your favorite essentials and toss them, with zero warning. Most travelers don't find out until they're humiliated at the checkpoint, and by then, it's too late. Today, I'm exposing the unexpected everyday items that TSA will confiscate this year, and the simple trick to make sure it never happens to you. Number 1. Canned or jarred food items. Most flyers know that liquids over 3.4 ounces are banned, but now, TSA has added new attention to jarred or canned items, even those that look solid. In 2025, certain canned foods like soups, beans, canned tuna, or even fruit cocktails will be flagged and confiscated if packed in carry-on. TSA classifies these items under the liquid rule, especially if the contents have visible liquid or sauce. Even items like jam jars, salsa, and honey are now routinely tossed. The big change? Even foods under the 3.4-ounce limit may be pulled if they're packed in pressurized or sealed metal cans. The internal pressure causes problems in cargo holds and triggers some newer X-ray alerts. Unless it's a fully dry, sealed food, assume it needs to go in checked baggage or leave it behind. TSA won't hesitate to toss your gourmet jam even if it's unopened and costs $15. Number 2. Personal CO. 2 cartridges for grooming. Grooming tools with small CO. 2 cartridges are now under fire. These include travel razors, portable facial steamers, and even certain mist sprays that rely on compressed gas. As of July 2025, TSA rules require any pressurized cartridge to be declared, and if it's not under a strict size limit, it will be confiscated. Many travelers don't realize their compact skincare tool uses compressed gas. TSA has started treating these the same as CO2 cartridges for bike tires or air guns. They can't go in carry-on without proper documentation and may not be allowed at all on international flights. So if you're flying with anything that hisses, sprays, or cools using a tiny canister, don't assume it's TSA friendly. These cartridges pose explosion risks in cabin pressure and are now heavily scrutinized. Number 3. Travel games with magnetic pieces or dice. Here's one most families won't see coming. Compact travel games are now being flagged, especially sets that contain loose magnets, dice, or metal tokens. After a few incidents involving magnetic interference and passenger concealment, TSA revised its guidance in late 2025. Magnetic chess pieces, backgammon tokens, and mini-board games that use strong neodymium magnets or weighted metal dice are subject to screening. If not declared, they may be confiscated or delayed for inspection. The concern? Some pieces can interfere with aircraft instruments, and others have been used to hide contraband or tamper with in-flight gear. Also, dice sets made of dense metal alloys sometimes trigger alarms in the X-ray due to their mass and unusual shape. To avoid issues, opt for soft magnetic games or card-based entertainment instead. Number 4. Oversized protein powders and drink mixes. Here's one that catches fitness travelers off guard. Large tubs or bags of protein powder, meal replacement mix, or even powdered electrolytes are getting flagged more frequently. Since July 2025, TSA has ramped up scrutiny on powders over 12 ounces. Why? Powdered materials can mask banned substances and trigger alerts during scanning. Even baby formula and flour have been stopped for chemical swabbing. The rule applies to both checked and carry-on bags, but the biggest issue is with undeclared or unlabeled powders in carry-ons. If you bring a Ziploc full of white powder, expect questions. To avoid delays or confiscation, only carry small quantities under 12 ounces and keep it in the original labeled container. Better yet, put it in your checked bag. TSA officers have the right to test, delay, or discard any powder-like substance. Number 5. Foldable cutlery with hidden blades. Eco-conscious travelers love foldable utensils, but not all of them are TSA-friendly. In particular, reusable travel cutlery sets with collapsible or detachable handles, especially those made of metal, are now subject to stricter checks. Some brands include hidden blades or multifunction tools like mini box cutters, screwdrivers, or sharp-edged sporks that meet the legal definition of a blade. TSA officers are now trained to flag items that appear as common tools but double as sharp or locking weapons. Even utensils sold as travel safe online may not meet TSA inspection standards. If your fork or spoon folds down and locks, expect an inspection. If it has any pointed edge or steel tip over 2.36 inches, you'll likely lose it. The safest option? Stick with basic plastic or bamboo reusable utensils with no moving parts. Number 6. Medical ice packs and cooling gel sheets. Travelers carrying medications that require refrigeration often pack ice packs, gel sheets, or cooling wraps, but new TSA rules have made these items tricky. As of July 2025, gel-based cooling products are now treated as liquids unless they're completely frozen at the time of screening. If your gel pack is even slightly melted or squishy to the touch, it may be confiscated on the spot. This especially affects insulin users, migraine sufferers, or athletes using cooling patches for inflammation. What changed? TSA's revised screening guidelines now list semi-solid medical cooling aids as conditional liquids. If they exceed 3.4 ounces and aren't solid, they don't get a free pass unless properly declared, with supporting documentation. Want to avoid delays or loss? Freeze the item solid, label it, and place it next to your meds. Also carry a doctor's note or prescription label, just in case. Without these, agents may discard your cooling gear, even if it's medically essential. Number 7. Unlabeled CBD gummies or topicals. Even though CBD products are legal in many states, they remain a gray area at TSA checkpoints, especially if the packaging isn't clear. As of late 2025, TSA has started seizing CBD gummies, oils, or creams that aren't clearly labeled with hemp origin and THC content below 0.3%. If the label is missing or written in another language, the item can be confiscated, even if purchased legally in the US. International travelers are hit hardest, especially when flying into or out of strict regions. Also, some airlines now prohibit any CBD oils or topical creams in carry-on, citing customs and airline liability issues. If you're carrying CBD snacks or skincare, make sure they're sealed, clearly marked with legal compliance, and under the carry-on liquid limit if applicable. TSA isn't testing the content on site. They go by labels and documentation. Number 8. Heated eye masks and USB neck pillows. Comfort gadgets are getting smarter but also more restricted. TSA now flags USB-powered eye masks, neck pillows, and wearable heating pads as potential safety concerns if their heating elements can't be easily detached or inspected. These products often use hidden heating coils or lithium microcells that automatically activate when plugged in. The problem? If TSA agents can't verify what's inside, or if it looks like an unknown circuit, they'll pull it for secondary screening. Heated masks used for dry eyes or sinus relief are particularly tricky because they often come with timing chips or smart sensors. If you're traveling with one, make sure the battery is removable and it's clearly labeled. Avoid tossing it loose in your carry-on, as it may be mistaken for suspicious tech. TSA agents have been trained to confiscate unmarked, non-detachable heated gear due to fire concerns in cabin. Number 9. Smart water bottles. Smart water bottles with built-in temperature sensors, LED indicators, or Bluetooth hydration reminders are now red flagged at TSA checkpoints. Starting July 2025, several airlines and airport authorities have begun requiring these bottles to be declared at security. Why? Many of them contain lithium coin batteries, heating elements, or transmitters, which trigger screening alerts. Even if empty, a smart bottle with active tech can be seen as a potential fire or surveillance risk. TSA now treats them similarly to smart luggage, acceptable only if the battery is removable and you pack it separately. Unfortunately, most travelers don't realize this. If your bottle can charge, glow, connect to your phone, or monitor your water intake, it's at risk of being confiscated. Flyers should switch to a regular stainless steel bottle for flights. Number 10. Encrypted USB drives and secure hard disks. Starting mid-2025, TSA and customs officers have flagged encrypted USB drives and secure hard drives as potential inspection risks, especially for international travel. If your drive includes automatic password encryption, biometric locks, or military-grade security features, it may be denied at the checkpoint. U.S. agencies are under pressure to limit unscannable digital storage from crossing borders due to increasing cyber concerns. This especially affects business travelers, journalists, or creators carrying secure backups. In some cases, officers may request decryption on the spot. If you refuse, or if the encryption block scanning the drive can be confiscated. Travelers often assume data storage is harmless, but in 2025, certain drives are treated like sealed containers with hidden content. If you must carry digital gear, use cloud backups and bring only open-format scan-friendly devices. Number 11. High alcohol mini bottles. Bringing alcohol on flights isn't new, but the rules have changed. As of mid-2025, TSA has tightened enforcement around mini liquor bottles that exceed 70% alcohol content. That includes some absinthe, grain alcohol, and overproof rums that travelers may bring from abroad or duty-free shops. Even in small 50-milliliter bottles, if the alcohol content is too high, it's considered a hazardous material. TSA now uses quick scanners to detect ABV levels, and if yours crosses the limit, it's gone. This rule applies to both carry-on and checked luggage. Even if you bought it sealed at a duty-free store, you could lose it at a connecting checkpoint. Always check the ABV before packing. Standard wine, beer, and regular spirits under 70% are fine, but those ultra-high proof bottles? They're now considered unsafe and will be confiscated without warning. Number 12. Electronic diffusers and essential oil sprayers. If you travel with portable diffusers, mini humidifiers, or oil mist sprayers, be aware. TSA has now included many of these gadgets in their enhanced screening list. The issue isn't the essential oils, it's the ultrasonic spray mechanism inside. Starting July 2025, devices that convert liquid into mist using high-frequency vibration are being flagged. Why? They contain small oscillators and fluid chambers that are hard to inspect and resemble prohibited vaping hardware or e-cig components. In several cases, these sprayers have been mistaken for liquid delivery systems in electronic devices. To avoid confiscation, always empty the water tank and disassemble the sprayer if possible. Keep oils sealed in 3.4-ounce bottles and carry them in your liquids bag. If your diffuser doesn't separate into clearly visible parts, TSA agents may seize it as a precaution.